Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back once again to the Farts and Crap Show, where today we have part 6 of Dark Souls 2 Scholar the First Sin Revisited. Hope you guys are all doing well, and no, this is not my usual character. This is a secondary character I've been playing in my free time, and yeah, known as Trachea. She is way more powerful than my current character, and I just wanted to show you guys real quick my current favorite weapon combo. If you guys want a full weapon showcase, I will probably make a video of that in the future. However, this is the Moonlight Greatsword and Majestic Greatsword. If you have the required stats, which are for power stancing these two, which means you need 1.5 times the requirement of the more demanding weapon. So you would need 33 in strength and dexterity, and 30 in intelligence and faith. I currently have those requirements, and if you pair it with another sword while power stancing, your L2 strong attack will be this, which is just great. Basic L1 is just like a slash with both swords. However, also with the Moonlight Greatsword, your R2 is still the beam attack, and your R1 is the relatively fast horizontal swipe with Greatsword. So you cannot block with this loadout exactly, but if you're not power stancing, just the the Majestic Greatsword in the left hand, your L2 becomes this very quick double hit, which is pretty cool. However, I greatly prefer this. And the damage output of both swords is quite impressive, with 290 plus 148 on the Majestic Greatsword, and a base of 380 magic damage with a plus 121 on the other. So basically you have 438 and 501, which together makes 938. Which is very respectable. And just as a little showcase, I want to see how Gilligan likes it. Well, I missed on the second attack. Yeah, he doesn't like it. Oh, it's because I'm hitting the rock. That's why. Well, he's not hostile yet, so you know what? I'm just gonna leave it at that. He'll be fine. No worries. Also, a running L1 does that little sweep thing, which is pretty cool. Running L2 doesn't change the strong attack. Running R1 is a similar sweep of the Greatsword, the Moonlight Greatsword. And so yeah, running into the strong attacks doesn't change the moves. However, rolling into an R1 does or L1 actually just does a stab. And with the size of these swords, it's quite a bit of range, especially rolling into it. You can definitely use that as gap closer. But yeah, that's my current favorite. And of course, when researching a bunch of weapons for this game, I found a lot of people's favorite, if I can find it. Yep, the Saint-Tyr Spear. Now this thing, you have to break the skull at the end of it, which involves getting the durability from 500 to 0. However, once it breaks, it will stay at 0 and retain all the damage output.
I knew.
And it doesn't, the game doesn't treat it as a broken weapon. So it's the only weapon in the game with infinite durability. And its moveset is this, which is pretty awesome. And the strong attack is like this thing, which is pretty cool. The rolling R1 is like a pretty simple thing like that. Plus, you can still block with it, which the damage reduction on this thing is not good. I wouldn't recommend it for blocking. However, the stability is 40, which is not bad. So you can use it for damage reduction, I just wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, that's it. I didn't want to spend too much time on this like showcase of my favorite weapons. Also, I found my favorite crossbow in the game is the repeating crossbow. The Sanctum repeating crossbow. Found in the Sunken King DLC, it fires a quick succession of 3 bolts, which is pretty cool. If you're not aiming, it does have quite a spread on it. Well, like if you're locked onto a target, it's not that accurate. However, if you're two-handing it, the L2 strong attack is a barrage of dark orbs that individually don't do that much damage. As you can see, it does have a dark bonus of 63, and you can upgrade it with regular old Titanite, which is, I think so, right? Yeah, because it's at a +6. Like Twinkling Titanite, Petrified Dragonbone gets to a +5. Yeah, so it's a really cool looking weapon, and I really like this one. Like the base damage is not that much, but if you use more powerful like elemental bolts, like fire bolts, they have 230 individual value. So a barrage of 3 is like 700 damage, which is really not bad. But anyway, just wanted to show you guys that. Kind of something I'll be working toward for this playthrough. Eventually when we get beefy enough in New Game Plus. But yeah, without further ado, we'll go back to Raven. Because yeah, I want to actually, make progress. And I didn't want to like put a bunch of spoilers in here showing you areas I haven't, been to yet. So I just wanted to do all that in Majula. And speaking of areas we haven't been to yet, segues. We recently opened the way to Huntsman Copse and the Lost Bastille. All the current bosses are down now. Yeah, because we did the Dragon Rider boss fight, the Pursuer, and the Last Giant. And I believe I held on to the soul of the Pursuer, yeah. Because the Pursuer's Ultra Greatsword is also one of my favorite swords in the game. It's quite respectable. So, the other bonus is the Majestic Greatsword. You can actually just pick up. It's not a boss soul weapon. You can just like get it in a chest in the DLC. And won't be doing that until the second playthrough because, like I mentioned, this is a no-death run, which I've never successfully done before, but haven't died yet. Don't intend on doing that until we actually see the credits. But, yeah, never done that before. But yeah, the Saint-Tier Spear is really good if you're doing like a no bonfire playthrough, which I tried recently, and not on the show. I didn't stream it or record it or anything. However, it's a lot more tricky than what I was expecting. you can still light bonfires and you can still use the primal bonfires to warp back to Majula. Otherwise, there'd be a ton of backtracking because you can't change your spells and you can't warp between areas via the bonfires. So you kind of have to plan out your routes really carefully, and it means you can't come back to Majula very often either. So you have to very carefully do that. Our Estus Flask is still at a +1. And we don't have any Sublime Bone Dust. Okay. And I haven't got Fall Control yet, right? No, we have 2 Soul Arrows, a Great Soul Arrow, and Dark Orb, which is not equipped right now for some reason. Why is it not equipped? Oh, because I need 1 more level. Right. Okay. So we received the Sunset Staff from Falcon. However, it requires 22 intelligence, and right now, technically we're at 20. But because we have the Hexer's Hood, that increases your intelligence and faith by 1. So while we have that buff, technically I only need 1 more level for intelligence. And in order to level up, we need 3,700 souls, so we're not far off. I just need 1,700 more, and then we can do that. And we got the Ring of Blades, Ring of Thorns. I don't want to use either of those. Chloranthy Ring, Ring of Restoration, Stone Ring, Ring of Steel Protection. Okay, so we're good. And our equip load is only 46 right now, which is not great. Do we have a Fragrant Branch of Yore right now, or no? No. And we haven't saved Rosabeth? We have not saved Rosabeth. Okay. So we could open the Way of the Shaded Woods if I were to get a Fragrant Branch of Yore, which I guess we could do right now. And how are you doing on life gems? We have 22, so we're okay for now. So in order to make progress right now, we could go to No Man's Wharf, which I'd rather not do because that place is a death trap. And we could just go through the Lost Bastille, which I would need, if we're going to skip No Man's Wharf, I would need an extra Fragrant Branch of Yore. And there's 1 in Huntsman's Copse. And there's actually a few... I believe, what's her name? Melentia still has 1 for sale, but she wants like 12,000 for it. Yeah, she still has 1 for sale. It's 12,000. Okay. So after you spend a certain amount with her, she will give you the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. I don't remember if it's the basic one or the +1, but that would be very, very helpful. So it's down to one of these 2 areas. Lost Bastille would be good. Huntsman Copse would also be really good. And honestly, they're both pretty dangerous. If we go to Lost Bastille, we could open Macduff's Workshop. And we could get a free Fragrant Branch. It's rather risky to do, however. Huntsman Copse might be better for now. However, it's rather dark there, so if you don't have cast light, you definitely want to use like torches and stuff. Which isn't bad. I mean, there's quite a few goodies to grab here. If we go to the Lost Bastille... Yeah, the big pickup would be the Fragrant Branch of Yore, but I don't want to risk it right now. So let's go to Huntsman's Copse. Opening the way of the Shaded Woods would also be very beneficial. So, I don't know, there's quite a few fragrant branches we're going to need. One to save Rosabeth, one to save Strayed, who's very important to this first playthrough. And one, I already bought Dark Orb for him. Okay, cool, I just wanted to make sure. And it's not equipped right now. I don't know why I didn't do that yet. Let's go ahead and attune, get rid of Great Soul Arrow because Dark Orb is better. And let's go ahead and light a torch here. Which is going to mean I'm going to have to rely on my broadsword, which is currently not even at a +1. But that's okay. It's pretty well lit in here, but that is all going to change. Here's a life gem. Some of the hollows have a guaranteed drop for torches, like that guy over there. Yeah, I really want to get this to a +1. I could have sworn he was going to drop a torch. Huh. Well, I guess it's not a guaranteed drop. Alright, there's a few things to watch out for here. One, there's an assassin dude on the roof. And he will drop down here in just a second. There's also this guy right here. Which, yeah, I guess I don't really need the torch anymore. So we can go ahead and just knock him down. He will fall to his death. And I could actually also snipe the dude off the roof. I think that's him? It's kind of hard to see. Yeah. Got him. Alright, going in here, there's going to be quite a few traps in the works, including these guys that want to shoot these arrows at me. And this guy... There we go. Oops. Nope, that's not good. Let's run back a little bit. Pick up some Estus. I was gonna say there's like 2 more people. There we go. I'm a little bit rusty. Haven't actually played this in like probably like 2 weeks, something like that. There's another guy right here. It's just waiting for you to round that corner. And then there's another guy that likes to jump as soon as you grab that item. Okay, then we got a ladder right here, but I honestly don't care because we have another bonfire right here. And we're still only at 2800. None of the what was I gonna say? There's a lot of bad guys hiding in this forest, so a torch is very beneficial. Just kind of check behind all the trees, basically. Because they also kind of blend right into their environment. As you can see, there's another dude hanging on the bridge right here. Pop him off. Got an extra torch, nice. There's another dude right here. Okay, we got some gauntlets, cool. It's always nice. One more dude around here somewhere, I think. No? Okay. And there's gonna be a big guy right there. Oh. That was close. Yeah, and those guys deal a lot of damage. Okay, there's also these poison moths slash butterflies, whatever. These guys. Every so often, and you do want to get them out of the trees. There's a closer one. There he is. Yeah, they are hard to spot. And they almost always drop good stuff. Okay, drop some poison moss, that's very beneficial. And there are quite a few traps in this forest, by the way. So I'm gonna kind of just show you guys how to deal with them real quick. Because they all kind of wait for you in specific areas. Like this guy on the roof right here. They always look so surprised. Like, what? And there's also a summon sign around here. I think it's in here. Yeah, there it is. See right there. However, you don't want to summon him right away. Morning Star and a large soul of the lost undead. Pretty good. We already had a Morning Star, but now we have two. Let's see, there's a few more dudes in the trees up this way. There's one. I think he always drops human effigy, I want to say. Life gem, okay. There's a hunter guy and his dog over here. Yeah, you can kind of see him. Yeah, there he is. There's his dog. Yeah, they kind of just look like shadows. There's another one of these guys waiting on the roof for you. And there's one more dude. I think that's him, actually. Yeah, there he is. Yep. And those were all the guys waiting to ambush you. And what they were waiting for is this. As soon as you pull that switch, they would have... that guy would have dropped through the ceiling. The other two guys would have rushed in the door. And, it's kind of a pain to deal with all three of them at the same time. And that will lower the bridge here. And also, before we move forward, definitely want to drop in here. Fortunately, to give you guys some fair warning, there is a Cyan Knight in here, and there's not a lot of room to move. However, you can easily take him out before he's a problem by just staying on the roof and shooting him with either dark orbs or arrows, you know, whatever projectile you want to use. He finally looks up. Thankfully, Dark Orb has a pretty good poise reduction. So you can easily make him, like, break his guard. You got 2 Poison Moss and Green Blossom, those are always good. And Soul Spear, one of the best sorceries in the game. As well as Sublime Bone Dust. So, very helpful. That'll get our Estus Flask to a +2. Let me just drop back out here. And yes, there are some items clearly off in that direction. But yeah, it's a bit of a trap. I wouldn't recommend it. Especially if you're trying for a no-death run. And honestly, that's what all this advice boils down to. It's just, if you're doing a no-death run, I recommend doing it this way. Okay. And in here, you can see we got a locked door and a bonfire, and there's a guy that's not dead sitting between 2 skeletons. And he's actually friendly. Kind of. He's not a total ass. So, first thing we want to do, obviously, is find the key, which is up in this direction. Definitely want to switch to soul arrows because there's an archer guy shooting at me. Yeah, right there. Got him. And there's one more guy hanging out, hiding. There he is. Yeah, if you just walk up, he tries to, like, ambush you. Oh, then one more of these dudes. They just, yeah, they're not worth chasing down, honestly. Sometimes they drop human effigies, that's about the best I can say for them. And there's an NPC invader here, but it's totally fine because we need that item right there. And not good dark defense, or defense in general, so if you just spam Dark Orb on this one, they'll die pretty quick. Okay, that was the key that we needed. Alternatively, there's another one of these moths up here. And if you kill it, the thing will fall over the ledge to where you can also grab a flame burge, I want to say. It's some kind of two-handed greatsword. I think it's the flame burge. Which is pretty decent, but it's also rather risky to grab, so I'm not going to worry about that. And we're currently at 8,500 souls, so we can definitely level up. So I'm just going to open the door here, light the bonfire, and then talk to our new friend.
Who are you? I thought you were that bastard for a moment. You've set me free. Now I can find him. The cheeky prick. He won't know what hit him. I am Creighton of Mirror. I travel from land to land to hone my blade. I've heard this land was full of danger. I thought it would suit me perfectly. I joined forces with a man on the way, but he was no more than a backstabbing knave. He took the first chance he had to try and off me. I decided to set a trap for him here. But then I got trapped myself. I can't believe that I was so dense. Thank the stars that you came along. You be careful of him. Pate, I think he said. He wears this rather unusual ring. You'll know it when you see it. I've seen his type before. He kills entirely for the pleasure of it. I'm sure I won't be his last victim. The man's better off dead. I tell ya. He's a slick talker, so don't let him fool ya. Pate, the man with a strange ring. Watch out for the slimy rat. And don't you believe a word he says. I'll find the common footpad and put an end to his roguery.
Alright, so he taught us the fist pump gesture.
Pate.
And that's all the dialogue he has for now. But yeah, Creighton. He's, I used to have a theory that he was actually the brother of a different character I don't think we've ran into yet. Have we talked to my favorite character yet? Lucatiel. Lucatiel is my favorite character in this game, aside from the Emerald Herald. She is another warrior from Mira, and very, very cool. She's got a great story. I don't know if we've talked to her yet, because I think I just went to the Lost Bastille and then didn't actually proceed in that direction. Can't quite remember. So as soon as you rest, though, you'll see he takes off like immediately. But yeah, that's why when I encountered Pate earlier in the game, I just immediately took him out, because he tries to trap you in many ways and then tries to kill you outright eventually. But yeah, he's a bad dude. Bad guy. Pate. Common footpad. It's pretty great. Alright, so now that we have enough souls to level up, definitely gonna do that. Just once for now. Because I also want to improve the sunset staff if we can. Nope. Don't have Twinkling Titanite yet. Okay, so it's not going to be as... We don't even have regular Titanite? Oh, man. Alright, well, I'm going to buy one. Just so we can reinforce the broadsword a little bit.
I'll be around if you make it.
Yeah, I know. We'll make it back, Lenegrast. And we need 3,800 to level right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a large soul of a nameless soldier. 1,000, okay. We'll go ahead and level up one more time. I'll probably put it into Vitality so we have a little bit better equip load. Hopefully we can equip some gauntlets. And then also burn the Sublime Bone Dust I picked up. There we go. So now each drink of the Estus Flask will be restoring more HP. And we'll go ahead and travel back to the Undead Lockaway. Because going forward here, there's a pretty easy boss up ahead. And not much else. And after we finish the boss, that will connect us to Earthen Peak, which we will meet another character that will come back to Majula and be very helpful later on. But, yeah, we're pretty much out of time, so that's going to do it for today, folks. Thank you all for being here. Just want to check and see if we can equip any kind of gauntlets at this point. We can equip the Hexers Gloves, so I'm going to go ahead and do that without going over 70%, that is. And, yeah, so they didn't provide a lot of extra defense, but, you know, enough to make it worth it. But, yeah. Hope you guys had a good time. Greatly appreciate you being here. Hope you all are having a great day. And, of course, a very special thank you to the Farts and Crap Show members, Old Cranky Gamer and Novellis Draconis. Thank you guys so much for checking out that join button down below, choosing to support the show a bit more directly. It greatly helps. And, till next time, everybody, take care, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.